Hello, welcome to another video. For those who don't know me, my name is Livison. I'm a gotenks player from Wales, and today I'll be teaching all of you how to Ghost Oki properly. None of that super dash coral ghosts rubbish. Properly. I'm gonna teach you the ABCs of Ghost Oki. I'm gonna teach you the ins and outs of Ghost Oki, little tech that goes alongside Ghost Oki, and the overall conclusion and the Ghost Oki creativity theory and all of that all together. So I want to start off by saying Ghost Oki is quite technical and it takes a while to get used to, but if you're already quite clued in with Ghost Oki, this video will help you anyway, because there's bound to be one or two things that you don't know, so it's worth giving a watch anyway. Without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, straight into the rules of Ghost Oki. We're gonna do these quick fire, then we can get to the rest of the stuff. Alright, first one is, if they double jump, for example, if you do your Ghost Oki and you completely mess up, bang, 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 and they all jump, and they manage to double jump, your mix is gone. You can't get a 50-50. Even if you use all 4 ghosts, it's gone. There's no point in going for it anymore because it doesn't exist. Number 2, each ghost is 20 frames of block stun. Amazing. Next, if a ghost hits during a combo, the meter build is given double super meter build. So, yeah, you know what that looks like. For example, like this. Quick example. See, no meter build whatsoever. That's throughout the entire combo. Also, if a ghost hits during a combo, you no longer have smash priorities. For example, that one hit. See, no smash. No smash, no knockdown, no nothing. That's why you see a lot of people go for, they use donut to make the ghost swift, for example. Also, ghosts have a terrible priority, yet they beat super dash. But they clash with key blasts. Who knows? But they do. They get clashed with key blasts and they get beaten out by beams. Next, releasing all 4 ghosts won't give you more hit stun, or won't give you more block stun. So you have to individually space out each one of these ghosts in order to get more block stun. And true Ghost Oki is only possible from 7H Oki in the air or from a space dragon rush into Ghost Oki. So there's other setups, for example, like you can do Broly grab into quick tag gotenks into Ghost Oki. And there's a lot of other characters with synergy like that. For example, I think that Broly has the medium grab into Ghost Oki as well. That also works. I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of other characters which can synergize with gotenks to give him Ghost Oki in other places in the screen. Next, ghosts don't give you double super scaling. So if your opponent gets hit by a ghost, you can easily get 3.9k. I think somebody hit 5k today off of a ghost hit. So they hit 5k into ghost hit, and that's pretty super. And you don't get double super scaling, which is great. So that means a lot of damage. Okay, into the next section. Okay, straight into ABC Ghost Oki. This is as ABC and 1, 2, 3 as setups with Ghost Oki get. And this is it. This is the 50-50. That's the 50-50. You can either get the dash high or down 2 alpha low. So how this works is we can hold, and we can basically hold ghosts and release them one by one. And that looks something like this. So if I'm holding the B button and I let go, it lets go of the ghost as well. And that's how you launch them. So what you're doing is you're holding your B button or you're holding H goes, you're letting it go, and that's your meaty ghost. So what you're going to do is you're going to wait until they get up off the floor after your JH or 7JH or Dragon Rush. And then your H ghost is going to be your meaty ghost. So as soon as you see them get up, bang, call the H ghost, and that ghost is going to stop them from mashing whatever nonsense they want to mash. And then, so after you've gotten that down, you've gotten your timing down for the H ghost, you've got your mixing ghosts, being L and S. So what you do is then you do H, L, S, and what you're doing is while you're doing the JL in the air, you're calling your S ghost, because if you can see in my inputs on the left now, when I'm doing JL and I'm calling the S Ghost as well, it doesn't make me JS, and it doesn't ruin the mix-up. So the entire point of JL is to then I can call the S Ghost alongside the L Ghost without messing up my mix-up completely by doing a JS and launching myself away. And once you've gotten that down, so it's H, L, S, and then you got the high-low 50-50, which is great. So once you've landed the hit, for example, if you get the hit, you go and you convert into an easy ABC combo, which does like 4.5k or some nonsense like that, right? But if they block, you can go into multiple different things. You can Dragon Rush afterwards, because there's a ghost behind you. What are they gonna do? A lot of people get terrified when they see the ghost behind you, so Dragon Rush will hit a lot of the time, especially if your opponent is not necessarily clued in with what gotenks does. So that's basically a free hit for the majority of opponents. Or you can 5 LLL on block, obviously. Like this. For a high-low, basically. It's a high-low mix. It's very hard to react to in a lot of cases. Or you can go for not a gapless super dash, but with a ghost, you can do a super dash, call the ghost, and you can go for a 50-50. But if they reflect it, if they react and reflect, you die. And that's basically all there is to ABC Ghost Oki. Nice. On to the next. Okay, this section is going to be about creativity and ghost theory. I know it sounds scary, but it's really not. It's just how to be creative and make setups your own. So, number one, the aims and conditions for Ghost Oki, like what you want to do is you want your opponent to not reflect, not mash, not reflect tag, and not moon jump out the corner in order to enable mix-up and execute your mix-up successfully and run your game plan completely fine. So, in order to make your opponent not reflect on wake up, what you need to do is this. So, as you're calling a ghost, you can release the meaty ghost, and then you can react to whether they reflect it straight away, like this. Let your ghost go out. Meaty ghost, react, and you can react to whether they reflect, and you can either bait this second reflect out by not calling a ghost and then going into 2M into explode, or you can just run up DR for a free hit. To not mash, it's quite simple. If you don't want them to mash, practice your meaty timing. The meaty timing for frame 4 and below is very, very hard. So that's going to take a while to get consistent at, especially like reacting to your opponent, getting up into that within 4 frames. It's not an easy feat. Not reflect tag, it's the same business. All you got to do is just like see them reflect, land on the floor, and expect the 2H. If you see them reflecting time and time again, so if you haven't gone for the first reflect bait and you just let all your ghosts go and they've reflected it all, you land and you 2H and you smoke that assist, or you smoke that tag in, and then once you've done that, 2H and they die. Especially now with gotenks in general. Never lad this combo ever, but he's dead anyway, just because that's how gotenks works. There you go. See, dead. Never lad the combo in my life, but 2H, spark, anything, they die. Right, you get the deal. To not moon jump is you need to get it very, very meaty. So basically, practice your meaty as much as possible, and then you have your win condition. You have gotenks and Ghost Oki completely done. Then you're fine. You're chilling with all wake up options, but you have to cycle those options first and condition your opponent to not do them, and then that's when you can start doing like the 2x2 ghost nonsense and so on. So once conditioned, once the opponent knows cycling these options is a risk, the fear of Ghost Oki has been instilled, and you can start to doing backdash 6S to bait this spark. So that looks something like this. So as you're calling the ghosts, you can do backdash 6S and that baits this spark. And you can convert into a combo, which is like 4.5k once again, or once blocked with the remaining 2 ghosts that are there, you can gapless 50-50 and you can kill them off of that as well. Mostly for creativity and ghost theory, that's it. As long as your setups that you're creating cover all of those options, they're viable. This is going to be a quick section for little bits of tech that will help you along the way with your journey with learning Ghost Oki. So number 1, as you guys seen earlier on, J6S, that is going to be amazing for you to like start using once your opponent knows that they can't get away with all the nonsense and they're being stuck in endless loops of Ghoki and they're like, get me out, I just want to go. That's when you start using 6S. Another thing is, once your opponent or during your conditioning, while you're doing your ABC Ghost Oki, what you can do is, as you release the H Ghost, you can, and you're jumping, and you see them vanish. What you can do is you can spin. So you can basically carry your JL into an EX spin into, well, like 45% once it comes along. Here we go. A lot of damage. Overall, Ghost Oki isn't an easy thing to learn. I tried to make this as simple as possible for everybody today. ABC doesn't mean bad. It just should be the default one that you go to when you don't feel confident in your other setups, or you feel like this one conditions your opponent the best, then use that version. Once you have a full knowledge of Ghost Oki, then the creation and the creativity with different setups you can do becomes limitless, quite literally. So definitely stick to gotenks, stick to what you think works best, and don't be scared to lab and be creative with your different setups, because that's when your team becomes that much more lethal. I'm going to put a link to the gotenks Discord down below. Please join that. Everybody there is super helpful, more than happy to help you all the time, so make sure you join that Discord. If you have any questions, comment down below, and if you feel like I've earned a like or a comment or a subscribe, then it's all appreciated. Any support is really appreciated. I've been your boy Liv. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful, and I'll be seeing you guys sometime soon in the future. Thank you for watching.